I'm so grateful to have you here and grateful for your presence in my YouTube community. So today we're taking an entirely reclined on the back practice. I hope you enjoy this full body stretch. Grab your mat and let's get started. So we're going to start on the back today, resting your arms alongside the body and taking a moment to unwind the whole self, body, mind, spirit. Into this practice we arrive. And we'll start to drag one shoulder at a time underneath the back. Wag your toes, and then gently slide your right knee in toward your side rib and take your hands in front of your right shin. Give that right thigh a gentle pull toward the side waist. And then we'll step that left foot onto the ground. Left toes are pointing straight ahead. Take your right arm on the inside of the right knee and reach around for your right ankle or the outside of the right foot for a half happy baby. And we'll go ahead and rest that left hand on the hip point with the elbow kind of hanging out over the side. And then start to traction that outer right foot toward the outer knee. And if it feels okay, you can draw that left knee away from the midline just slightly to keep the hip points balanced as you draw that right heel open away from the hip, trying to create about half of a V shape with that right leg without locking or hyperextending your right knee joint. And you can look to the left. And we're going to inhale and we're going to exhale. Squeeze that left knee back in and the right knee back to center into half happy baby. Then float your right foot up toward the ceiling, hands behind the thigh bone, calf or ankle. Draw that right leg a little closer toward your body. And then if it's available, slide your left heel out, bringing that right thigh toward your side rib. So we're working on stretching out through the lower body, hips. Nice way to alleviate any back discomfort and keep your body nice and mobile. We're going to point and flex through the right foot. Step your left foot on the ground. Cross your right ankle over on top of the left thigh. We're going to find that figure four. This is fine to stay. If this is where you're comfortable, a little rocking there might be great to loosen up the back and hip. If you want more of a deep figure four stretch, we're going to thread the needle. Take your right hand in between that space in your legs. Hands are in the left knee crease or the front of the shin. And flex both feet. And press the right knee away from your shoulder joint. And we're lingering there. Breathing space into any tension. And keeping soft in your neck and jaw. And keep your collarbones really broad as well. We're going to hug the legs closer. Uncross, bring your feet on the ground. Now let's cross that left leg over on top of the right, and we'll bring that left inner knee over and down for a twist. Cactus arms or arms to a T. And breathe there. You can keep your gaze neutral, especially if your neck feels tender. If your neck feels all right, you can spill your gaze to the left, but you don't have to overdo. And find the space of the inhale to expand the belly. And when you exhale, hug the belly in toward the spine, creating a little bit of heat and warmth in that digestive system. Then looking toward your knees, gradually drawing your knees back into center and uncross. Bring your feet on the floor. We're going to stretch the arms overhead and reach long. Stretch right through the fingertips, pressing through the feet gently. Bring your lower back toward the floor and float the hips and pelvis up into this bridge pose. Don't have to do a huge range of motion, just whatever's available with the toes soft. And we'll inhale and then we'll exhale, gently press the hands through heart center. Graze your forehead with the thumbs. Graze your nose, your chin. Let your lower back rest. And then go ahead and hug that left knee in. Pressing through that right foot. And pray that I can remember the sequence, the whole sequence on the other side. So returning to your breath, giving that little hug. And then let's come into half happy baby, left arm on the inside of the knee, left hand on the ankle or the outside edge of the foot, and your right hand can rest on the hip point with your right elbow dragging away slightly from the torso. And then We're going to start to press that left heel away from the hip, and you can counter balance by letting your right knee fall open just a little bit so your hip points stay pretty equal. And then without locking or hyperextending that left knee, just start to open that left leg out without force, and breathe. Keeping that right shoulder blade heavying toward the ground. And then start to glide back to half happy baby. And then let's extend that left foot up toward the ceiling, hands behind the thigh bone, calf, or ankle. We're going to extend that right leg out straight. Point and flex through the left foot, opening up that back of the leg. And then we'll step that right foot on the ground, cross that left ankle over on top. Now this is a fine place to stay and work here. You can just hang out, see how that left hip feels compared to the right, or you can go ahead and thread the needle and come into a deeper figure four. Hands in the right knee crease or the front of the shin, and then that left lower back gently pressed down toward the floor, breathing there. Feeling free to rock gently. Thinking of a lot of softness in the throat, in the chest, the eyes, and the entire face is soft. You can tune into the pause at the end of the exhale and at the top of the inhale. It's deeply relaxing. Now hug the legs a little closer in. Uncross, feet on the floor. We're going to cross that right leg over on top of the left now. Open your arms out to a cactus or a T. Then let the knees fall over to the left. Right inner knee coming down. Right shoulder blades hugging under the back. And it can be a neutral gaze, or you can look to the right. Breathing. Inhaling into the belly. Expanding the belly with your inhale, and then you exhale, pull the belly in toward the spine for this spinal twist, keeping your spine nice and healthy and mobile. Then look toward the knees, pull the knees gently back in, uncross, bring your feet on the floor, lay that lower back long. So there's a line from the back of head to tail. Reach the arms overhead, press through the feet, lift up the hips. We're going to inhale, breathe the chest toward the chin, and then exhale, start to roll down and bring your arms down alongside the body at the same slow, steady pace. Bringing your arms all the way down. And then extend your feet up toward the sky in this gentle waterfall inversion. Looking up at your feet, just relaxing and letting the flow of energy melt down the legs, down into the belly. Circulate your toes around. Nice and relaxed in your jaw. Unclench the jaw. Turn your palms to face up. Pulling your belly in, start to lower the feet onto the ground. Slowly placing your feet on the earth. And then drag one shoulder at a time underneath. Reach for your heels. And then press through the feet, lift up toward a bridge, and we're going to interlace the fingers underneath your back if that feels available, or just palms facing up. Let's get a little stretch through the chest and shoulders. And strengthening through the legs and opening through the front body in this bridge pose. One more inhale. And then lift your heels high, come onto tiptoes, and float the arms all the way up overhead. And then roll down slowly, upper back, middle back, lower back resting. And then we're going to bring the hands down onto the belly, take the feet mat width distance, take a couple windshield wipers, nice and slow, side to side, real easy windshield wiper. Pausing anywhere that feels good. And then bring your soles of feet together, knees splay open. Close your eyes, take a scan. allowing the breath to flow. And then we'll start to take our hands on the outer thighs, scoop the knees in a little bit, and then slide the legs out. And rest for a few moments in Shavasana, really allowing the body to rest, letting the ground support your spine so that there's a lot of latent space flowing through all the joints. And this is a very restorative process when you're able to relax. Totally. So you get out of the stress response and allow your systems to kind of rebalance and reset themselves. Every day, just a little bit of practice can really go a long way to balance your systems. So let's invite now gratitude for anything and all you have to be grateful for. Wiggle fingers and toes. Please, if you want to stay longer on the back, you can feel free. Just revel in that space of stillness. If you're ready to come out with me, we're going to stretch the arms overhead, take a full body stretch, big full inhale, and then exhale, draw the knees in toward your body, give a hug, rock side to side, and then take your time to roll to either side, and gradually, when you're ready, press up, and we'll meet in an upright seat. Find yourself in a tall upright seat, shoulder blades gliding down the back. Just rest your hands on your belly, inviting health and security and stability. And I'm wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and always trust on the journey. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of my channel. I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you enjoyed this practice. Please subscribe to my channel, hit that super thanks button, share this resource with anyone who might be interested in everyday yoga. I look forward to having you in class again. Take care.